Welcome to a brand new series on a brand new channel on YouTube. This is all about Football Manager 2016. The beta came out a few days ago. I've been really enjoying it. So this series I'm going to be concentrating on the Creator Club mode, which is a new mode for this year's Football Manager. I had a quick go before just to test it, and it seems to be working in the beta. You never quite know with these things. So let's load it up. So this episode I'm just going to be concentrating mainly on the setup, so we'll just whiz through that. So I've got the main nations. I've decided I'm going to be managing in the conference. Haven't really decided which team I'm going to take over. So we've got the main nations there. So we'll have England on large database. Right. Let's go. So while that's loading up, I'll just explain to you what's going to happen this series. So this will be hopefully a very long series, uploaded every day, probably multiple times a day, knowing the way that I play Football Manager. We're going to take a conference club, take them over. We're not going to do anything crazy. It's going to be more of a sort of a natural game, no silly money or anything like that, and hopefully take them to the Premiership and beyond, you know, get a Champions League club. I've been playing Football Manager and Championship Manager for way too long. 50, I dread to think. A long time. Almost 20 years. So, yeah, I'm old. I absolutely adore Football Manager. So now we've just got to work out which club we're going to take over. Once this speedy setup is done. Anytime now. So I think we'll go conference. So I want to go for a full-time club rather than a part-time club. I think most of the clubs now in the conference are full-time, but we'll have a look. I don't know if there's any big clubs or semi-big clubs that have been relegated to the conference. I don't want to be sort of too big a club. So we'll go through each of the sort of, speaking of the devil, we'll go through each of the new features of the Creator Club mode, and this is just a new feature of Football Manager in general. I don't know what to say about this really, it's kind of rubbish. I don't really see a point in it. I hope it didn't take them too long. It seems, I don't know, I've never even paid attention to my manager on the touchline, so let's get, I think this is already done. So you can change your dude up and a bit of a Fergie. Oh, that looks ridiculous. And therefore we shall keep it. Oh, that is amazing. It doesn't matter colour what the shirt is. Orange trousers or look at that. Yeah. Yeah, can I make myself bigger? Does it change how fat I am? No. Brilliant. Go for long hair. Yes. That's the one, isn't it? Not sure about the blonde. There we go. Pale. Doesn't seem to make much difference. Everyone's smiling like an idiot. Look at that. Amazing. It's like a giant marshmallow. So, favourite team Liverpool. Other favourite team Bournemouth. Yep, that's all done. Don't want any social media rubbish. And let's look in the conference. So like I said, we want to go for a professional team. Barrow, Bournemouth, Cheltenham, Eastleigh, Halifax, no, not Halifax, Forest Green, Gateshead, Grimsby, Kidderminster, Lincoln, Macclesfield, Torquay, Tranmere. Tranmere are obviously a big side. They were predicted to finish second. Woking, Wrexham. Who's predicted to finish first then? Eastleigh are predicted to finish first. I quite like the idea of Forest Green. I don't know why. I like forests. Okay, so next we get into the Create a Club mode. So this is where you basically make all the changes to make the club your own. So there's 6 different default badges, all pretty rubbish. You can make your own or upload your own image. I just made one here. Mighty Mudderford Town. That's where I'm from. With the tagline "Unleash the Dogs of War." It's dog themed, if you hadn't guessed. The logos on the shirts don't change, which is annoying. It sticks with what this one is. So if you want to pick something that remotely resembles the logo you picked, so that's round, but then put it on import my logo, so it's close enough. So we are Mudderford, if I could spell town. Our nickname, well, it's dog themed, so our nickname's got to be the Doggers, surely. And we'll be from my local town, Bournemouth. The stadium name, excuse me, the Kennels. See, we're going with the theme. We're full on this theme now. So these are the default kits that Forest Green currently have. You can edit them. You don't seem to weirdly be able to edit the design, like these hoops here, the stripes, but you just seem to be able to change the colours. So we'll go with the yellow. These are the shirts. Yep, yellow. You can change all sorts of stuff. Keep the black. I don't mind the black. I have bumblebees and got a bit Watfordy. And the text was yellow. So the text is the text that appears on the bottom of the screen, you know, that describes you what's going on. So make sure you pick 2 different colours for there. Yeah, so if we click OK, there's our kit. And we'll pick a nice away kit. What about black? Don't know why. Just fancied a black kit. And I've coloured it the wrong way round. Oh, that's the icon. So that'd be yellow. Shirt. Blick. Black. Number colour would then be white. Number colour outline would be grey. Lovely. Shorts. Same again. Black with the white outline. Did we pick the white outline for this? Let's go for white outline just to give it some. I was going to say give it some colour, but that's not colour, is it? So, and then we'll have black, black, text will be black with white. Think. Yeah. Third kit, won't bother with the hair. Third kit, goalkeeper. Give him a nice pink number, nice red. Just change those blue bits to red. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah. It does. This mode does feel a little bit underdeveloped. It's very basic. It would have been nice to sort of go a bit more in depth into the design of the kits. It would have been nice to change the training facilities or youth facilities, or change the amount of money you start with, or you know, so you could start a conference team with £10 million because you know some rich guy's just taken over. we will take off this, which is retain current backroom staff, because we want to get our own guys in. We want to make sure that's unticked so we don't get the history. Relationships, we want to make sure there's nothing on those screens. Get rid of all those affiliates. We want to work on our own. Miscellaneous. So this is the stadium capacity, 5,000, which is okay. Minimum, I've never been quite sure what the minimum is. I think this is the sort of average at the moment. This is our reputation. I'm going to leave all these the same because I want to just sort of take over from. I don't want to give me an advantage or disadvantage. So that's the sort of basic setup. And then this is the squad. So these are obviously all the current Forest Green players with a big John Parkin up front. I never knew he was still playing, but it's good to see him. Anybody else I really recognise? Not really. Yeah, no, not really. So up on the top left, top right here, is the squad budget value, which is 1.56 million. I'm not sure how that works that out, but your squad budget cannot go over that amount, and you can't alter that amount. Okay, what you can do is you can delete all these teams, all these players, start with nothing, or you can add any player in the world. You could add Messi to the squad, but his value is like 75 million, so obviously you'd go a little bit over your budget. You can add lower league players if you wanted, but I'm just going to sort of stick with what we start with, really. The only other thing you can do is you can 2 additional players may be created should you wish to add them to your squad. So you can create a player from scratch. So you could create yourself or your brother or, you know, David Beckham. However you want to do it. You put in all their data, all their stats and everything. When I first tested this method, I had a go and I created me, which is a sort of aging fat goalkeeper. And I didn't make myself amazing. I made myself sort of decent for the league. I thought I could do a job for a season or two. I think I was 4-star in my team, so I was one of the better players, but nothing spectacular. And I thought that was great. That'd be fun for a season before I retire. It doesn't have too much effect on the game, but it adds a nice little element. The only thing was that this was in the Conference South when I first played it, was that you can't do the contract or anything. So when I went onto the game, all my players are on like non-contracts, part-time contracts for, you know, £80 a week or something. Me, I was on £975 a week, which for a Conference South team is crippling. And I couldn't release me, and I couldn't sell me because nobody would pay that wages, and you couldn't change it. So it kind of pretty rubbish, really. I think what you could do, I think the best way to do it, it's fine if you decided to create a club on a Premiership team or something. But I think the way you could do it on here is make yourself a youngster, you know, 16, 17-year-old with really high potential, or, you know, decently high potential, somebody that wouldn't command any sort of wage to begin with, but could turn into something. But I didn't really want something that would affect the game too much. I wanted to keep it a natural, as-is game, really. So we're just going to keep all this as is. So we'll go with what was suggested for my league. I think I need to be attractive because you struggle. You don't get that many coaches. We'll go mixed. I think. I'm going to make myself a fitness coach that loves working with kids. Don't need tactical, do I? What's I've totally forgotten what. Right, let's give myself good. How many points we've got? 4 left, so we've got 18. Mental 10. Working with kids 10. So up here, so adaptability is when if you want to move to a foreign league, which is never going to happen for me. So I can just leave that at 1. Determination is how much you can get away with when talking to your board. So it's somewhat important, especially early on when you're not quite safe. You know, when you've won league titles and stuff, you can demand a bit more. So I'll leave it at 8 for now. Player knowledge and youngster knowledge, we all know. Man management stops your players getting pissed off and not upsetting everyone, which is okay. Level of discipline and motivating. They're all relatively important, so I'm going to keep it quite an even spread, I think. Got no points left, am I? No, that's fine. Are you sure you want to confirm this new club? Yes, please. Start playing. There we go. So what will happen now? Obviously, we've got no staff, so that'll be the first job: getting assistant manager, coaches, scouts, all that jazz. That'll be thoroughly boring, so I won't go through that with you. I'll just have a sort of summary on the next video. So I'll get on in the sort of in between videos. I'll get all that boring stuff sorted. Start looking at the team, and then when we come back, we'll be sort of ready to go. See what sort of transfers we can bring in, and get on with the save. Like I said, it's Muddyford Town version 2. Like I said, I played a previous version, previous save, just to make sure everything was working and it was all good. So this series will be hopefully a really long series. I want to get Champions League. I want to say win Champions League, but let's just get to the Champions League. Would be nice. Maybe win a cup or two. Look at my picture down there. Look at that. That looks like one of those sort of you see on Crime Watch. This is from a artist. This is what the guy that did the murder looked like. Anyway, so next part will be starting into the transfers and getting on with our first few games of the season. So it will be uploaded shortly, because I'm just going to do this, edit, get it uploaded, and then move straight on to the next one. So I'm going to sort of pump out a lot of videos in the next few weeks of Football Manager, just to get a nice, because obviously with the new channel, no videos, so get them cracking on that. Get lots of people, I don't know if you guys are like me, but if I find a series on Football Manager, I'll find a guy I like on YouTube. I will then sort of go, he's got a good series where he takes Nuneaton to the top. So I'll go, okay, right, I'll go all the way back to episode 1, and I'll tend to sort of binge watch them. Kind of like the box set mentality. So I think what I'll do is I'll get lots up there, so anybody that wants to sort of play along with me can do so and has lots to watch. And that's kind of how I watch Football Manager, is I sort of play along whilst listening to somebody else play. So there we go. That'll do for now. Thank you very much for listening to my first ever YouTube video. Very much appreciated. I will see you in the next one. Up the dog... what? We need to chant. Come on, you doggers. Up the doggers. Up the doggers. That'll do. Up the doggers. Oh no, wait. It's YouTubey stuff like, please subscribe and like, and that's one of those things, isn't it? Like, yes. Yeah, professional. Yeah, do those things. Or not, Be your own person. That's what I'll say. Thank you very much, guys. I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye-bye.